What is going on, everybody? ProjectRodRod here, and it is officially time for the skills portion of the World Finals here in Las Vegas today. We have crowned our official racing winner, but before we get into that, just a quick reminder to check out my Patreon for early access and exclusive content. Link on screen and in the description below. But yes, we have crowned our official Monster Jam World Finals 1 racing winner, racing champion, I should say, in Northern Nightmare and Alex Stevens 27, as you can see, increasing the huge lead he has in the point series, or in the stadium series, excuse me. And taking a look at the point leads for the World Finals as a whole, there's a three-way tie for first with Dalmatian, Alien Invasion, and Northern Nightmare. So it's getting pretty interesting, but let's go ahead and move on to skills. Alien Invasion and Cecily 96, your Season 1 Arena Series winner, coming out, made it all the way to the championship race as a rookie and just barely missed a championship win. So first attempt here, an awesome stoppie into a moonwalk, into a reverse backflip. Amazing attempt, first attempt for Alien Invasion and Cecily 96. As you can see on the screen now, her average skill score this season was a 9.153. And along with that were 2 event wins in Salt Lake City and Wichita, which again was in the Arena Series. So she's been here before. She's won a couple of events already with a pretty high average score. So trouble here, though. I think she was going for a bicycle, and she's trying to do whatever she can with it, but not much. I don't know if that portion will score well, but I'm sure the first part, or first attempt, is going to score pretty well. As we wait for the scores to come in, let's see what it's going to be. And coming out huge with a 9.925 right off the bat. That's going to be tough to beat. As Whiplash and Morales TCS comes out, currently in 12th place with 83 points. So kind of struggling there, on the verge of elimination. First attempt there, not looking too well, hitting the wall. Luckily, backing up in the skills challenge won't cause a deduction. Average skill score this season of an 8.036. But back to Alien Invasion and Cecily 96. That is an incredible score, and it's going to be very tough to beat early on, especially being the first truck out. As Whiplash comes out, an attempt at a front flip, I believe, whether intentional or not. Not full rotation, but still pretty impressive to see. Let's see what the scores are going to be. An 8.135, so only good enough for second place. But as I mentioned, that first place spot is going to be tough to beat. Here comes Monster Mud and Ryan Hayward, currently in 11th place in the Stadium Series with 85 points. Just a couple short points shy of being tied in last place with Whiplash. As I mentioned with Whiplash, Monster Mud's in line to get eliminated and sent down to the Arena Series next season. 8.171 average skill score there on the screen this season for Monster Mud. So has struggled a little bit. There's the first attempt, some nice donuts into a save. Luckily able to keep it on all fours, or excuse me, the second attempt for Monster Mud. But on the verge of elimination right now. Hopefully he can turn things around and stay in the Stadium Series for Season 2, but we won't know until the end. A 7.024 for Monster Mud, not enough to take the lead. Here comes Eddie Garcia Jr. in Zombie, currently in 9th place with 114 points. A nice bicycle there. I think he was going to try to go for a bicycle into a stopping moonwalk. Just didn't get the right, I guess, angle there to do so. So here you go, an average skill score this season of a 7.161. So definitely needs to ramp it up. A nice huge sky wheelie, crashing it hard. Is he going to be able to save it? He is, into a nice little wheelie there. Nice bit of a combo. I'm sure the judges will like that. Not sure if it's enough for that 9.925, but we'll see here, a 5.269. So that first attempt really hurt him, unfortunately, as Blake Bell 2 and Mohawk Warrior come out. Currently in 10th place with 109 points. Trouble, but he's able to possibly save it into going into a wild ride there. Nice first attempt for Mohawk Warrior. An average skill score of an 8.315. And I believe had one event win. Yes, there it is. One event win in Oakland. Some nice Cyclones there into a possible save, hopefully. There it is. Back on all 4 tires. So as we wait for the scores to come in, Mohawk Warrior had a pretty good year. Doesn't really show up much in the points. There it is, 9.049 for Mohawk Warrior. So good for second. Not good enough to knock out Alien Invasion in its top spot. Here comes Lane Flores 2 and Bakugan Dragonoid in 8th place currently in the Stadium Series. Oh, careful. Almost wrecked there. 7.855 is his average skill score for the season. No skills wins, unfortunately, but he does have a couple freestyle wins under his belt. So I'm excited to see what he can do in freestyle. Here we go. He's going to try to ride it up, moonwalk it up the hill. Got it in an awkward angle, but he's able to get it back on all fours. Here come the scores. An 8.573 for Bakugan Dragonoid as Avengers comes flying out. Nicholas Morkes in 6th place with 150 points. Huge air, huge sky wheelie, gonna smash it down as the body sheds off. Almost all of the body comes off. He's in there for a wild ride again and able to stay on all 4 tires. Good first attempt as we wait for the second attempt. Here in a second, we're going to see his average skill score for the season. An 8.759 is the average that he has this season. So not bad, but it is a very high score to beat this time around. Looks like he's going to get a wheelie. Not able to get it into a stoppie. Didn't have enough momentum going into it. So I don't believe this will score too well. Unfortunately, the first attempt was pretty good, though. 6.520, so not enough to take the lead as Julian Peacock Jr. and El Toro Loco come out. 143 points in 7th place. He's going to go for his signature move here. Moonwalk, blowing the smoke out, and he's going to go for the reverse flip, but it's an awkward angle onto the container, almost getting into the stands. I don't know if they're going to... Nope, yep, they are going to let him continue. An average skill score this season of a 9.117. So, surprised that they're going to let him continue. There you go, 2 event wins in Glendale and San Diego. So, he's capable of winning these, but we're going to have to see if he can land this next one. He's going to land it perfectly. Beautifully done. It all comes down to the scores. This should score really well. Really. At 8.720. That's disappointing. That is disappointing. Gravedigger, Tom Holland, Spider-Man in 5th place with 160 points. But that is disappointing for El Toro Loco. I figured he would have scored a lot higher than that. That's his, I don't know how I feel about that. Gravedigger, not sure what was going on there. Got it on top of the container, then quickly gunned it in reverse. Are they going to shut him off? They're going to, nope, they're going to let him continue. That was odd. Not sure what was going on there. He's going for a bicycle and got it into a little bit of a moonwalk. Now having, nope, little few difficulties there, but he's able to keep it on all 4s. Weird attempt there, 9.150, but I don't know. That scored well, but El Toro Loco did it. I'm not too keen on that. But here comes Max D and Ethan Waters behind the wheel, currently in 4th place with 164 points. If I'm not mistaken, he's gotten a win before. He's going to ride it beautifully down, and what's going to happen here? Is he going to go for the reverse? He is! A beautiful combo by Max D and Ethan Waters. That was incredible. There you go, an average skill score of a 9.127 this season, so just behind Alien Invasion in average skill score. 1 event win in Atlanta, so he's capable. But let's see what this second attempt will bring. Looks like he's going to go for a bicycle, but it's too much. He's flipping everywhere. And he's on his side. That's going to hurt. I don't think that second attempt is going to count. A 9.104. He could have had it in the bag had he not failed that second attempt. As Monster Mutt Dalmatian comes out, April Summers in 3rd place with 181 points. Sure, she's wanted to come out and take a skills win after losing in the racing championship, being the favorite going in. But back to Max D. Wow. Had he not went over on that second attempt and landed on his side, I'm sure he would have taken the lead easily. Easily would have taken the lead. 8.941 average skill score for Monster Mutt. And some trouble for Monster Mutt as well. Not going to be able to, I don't think. No, not going to be able to keep it back on all 4s. A 9.230, yet another truck that could have easily taken the lead. But that second attempt is what killed it. Blue Thunder, MT World Media your second place in the Stadium Series with 182 points. That is very disappointing. Max D and Monster Mutt Dalmatian both could have easily taken the lead from Alien Invasion, but the second attempt is what killed it. Very, very unfortunate. Man, that's not good. 8.743 average skill score for Blue Thunder. One event win in Anaheim when he took skills and racing that event. Second attempt, going crazy. That was actually pretty insane. That should score well, I would think. Uh-oh. And he's on his lid. I don't know if that's going to hurt him. And 8.919. I don't know if that's that last bit there hurt him. I hope not. But again, here's Northern Nightmare, Alex Steven 27, your first place contendant and with 206 points in the Stadium Series, the prospective winner of Season 1, and your newly crowned racing champion here in the World Series. The World Finals. Thinking of baseball. But back to Blue Thunder, those last three attempts were amazing. But something just those little mistakes is what took the win away from them. I'm thinking here, Alien Invasion is in line unless Northern Nightmare can absolutely kill it, and so far it's a pretty good attempt. But it's all going to come down to the judges as we wait for the scores. And an 8.846, so not enough. So surprisingly and controversially enough, Alien Invasion is your World Finals 1 Skills Champion. So congratulations to Cecily96 and Alien Invasion. They are the winner of the Skills Challenge here in Vegas. I'm sure it's going to be a controversial win, given that there were some other attempts that were great. It was just a few hiccups that kind of screwed them up a bit. So that's interesting, but still a huge congratulations to Alien Invasion. Son of a Digger and Arcanine 59 coming out to give us an encore of the Skills Challenge. Third place in the Arena Series and 77 total points this season. Just like Stone Crusher, just like Crush Station, coming out and giving everybody what they got, blowing off some steam, having some fun, giving everybody a show. And these are their qualifying numbers, or his qualifying numbers: 6th, 6th, 4th, 5th, and 2nd in qualifying. That was an amazing backflip, by the way. So not the best qualifying numbers this season, unfortunately. I'm sure that's where it may have hurt him. He had a 6-4 racing record this season as well. And I believe he had a one win. There it is. One racing win in Salt Lake City. So although the qualifying numbers were a bit off, he was still able to come in and take a win in the first stop of the Arena Series. And an awkward crash there, but he's back on all fours. Still an amazing run so far. 8.974 average skill score this season. And I believe he had some wins in the skills category as well. Yes, 2 wins in Denver and Portland. So he was there. I mean, he was one of the top drivers in the Arena Series, but unfortunately just, a few hiccups. Those lower rankings and qualifying is what hurt him. And that, I'm sure that was the difference maker in the end result of Season 1. A 34 average freestyle score this season. As you can see, he's killing it on the track. 2 freestyle wins in Salt Lake City and Wichita. Son of a Digger and Arcanine 59. Everybody, make sure you show him some love. And we'll see you in Season 2. And now comes Monster Mutt Rottweiler for the same thing. Self-created behind the wheel. He was your second place, your runner-up in the Arena Series this season, just behind Alien Invasion. He had a total of 81 points. Nicely done there. That was a pretty awesome move there. But self-created Monster Mutt Rottweiler had an outstanding season. But it was that second to last stop of the season where Alien Invasion just dominated. That really shifted the points in the leaderboards. There's his qualifying numbers. Second 3 times, third once, and first once. So great qualifying numbers. It's what kept him at the top, close to the top spot just about all season. And there you go, back on all fours. But he had a great season. Here shortly we will see his racing record. There you go, 7-2 in racing this season. So an incredible racing record, better than Alien Invasion. I believe Alien Invasion was 5-4, but 3 racing wins this season in Wilkes-Barre, Denver, and Portland. So he was dominating the racing competition. Alien Invasion and Cecily 96, I believe, had one racing win. Yes, one racing win. So Monster Mutt Rottweiler pretty much mimicked what Monster Mutt Dalmatian did in the Stadium Series with those 3 wins and a huge backflip. That was pretty insane. 8.301 average skill score this season. So he did pretty well. Unfortunately, no skills wins to show for it, but he was usually at the top of the leaderboards when it came to the skills portion of the event. That's why he pretty much stayed up there. I believe he was at first place at one point, but he stayed roughly in the second place area just about all season. So still an incredible driver. Can't wait to see what he has in store for us in Season 2 as he comes to the end of his run, just comboing it everywhere. An amazing driver, 31 average freestyle score this season with, I believe, a single win in Denver. So Monster Mutt Rottweiler and Self-Created, everybody, make sure you show him some love too, coming out and tearing it up on the track for everybody to see. But now let's go ahead and get back into it. Northern Nightmare with a 20-point lead going or ending skills. So at this point, he's it. There's no way anybody's going to catch up. But we'll see it through to the end. Here is the leaderboards after skills for the World Finals event. As you can see, Alien Invasion taking that first place spot, Dalmatian in second, Northern Nightmare in third, so on and so forth. Freestyle is next. Can't wait to see it. Everybody's been waiting for it. Don't forget to check out my Patreon, and I'll see you guys all in freestyle.